Just a couple days later, we're back with another video because Roblox keeps making updates that is ruining the macro. The hood ended up bringing the OG macro back, and then Roblox made another update which also ruined this. Not necessarily fully ruined it, but it made it where you could only use greet animations. So in this video, I'll be showing you guys how to macro with this latest Roblox update. I'll be showing two different softwares we can use to macro. So we can use Razer if you have a Razer mouse or keyboard. And we can use TGM if we have any brand keyboard or mouse that isn't Razer or Logitech. So you want to use TGM if you don't have either of these. Link will be in the description. We can go to Razer Synapse 3. Make sure you get number 3 and not 4. 4 has a lot of issues with importing and other problems that 3 doesn't have. So we can download number 3. Once we install it, we can go ahead and open up Razer Synapse, and then we can go to the modules. Once we press on modules, we want to scroll down and find macro. I already have it installed, so you're not going to see it, but you can just press add macro, and then we can click on the macro page here. Now that's done, we can join the Discord. So the Discord will look like this. Once we're in here, we can scroll down to the macros. So scroll down. Click macros, and then we can scroll up in this channel here. And then we can download the Razer Synapse 3 or 4 macro. And we can go ahead and download that. Once downloaded, we can import this into our Razer software. You won't have anything here. I've already had the macros imported, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that now. So we can press the little import button and then select the file we just downloaded, and then it'll look like this. This is our macro, and we can set a keybind. So I'm going to be using my mouse. So I'm going to click on my mouse. I'll press the key I want to bind it to, and we can choose between toggle or hold. I'm pretty sure you guys can find out what this is, but I'm going to put mine on hold. And then we just want to save the keybind. And now we have a macro. TGM will basically be kind of the same thing. We can go to the link in description, or we can just type in TGM macro and go to the first link here, SourceForge. So we can go ahead and download this. I don't want to see no brain dead kids in the comments talking about TGM's a virus. The whole reason why it pops up as a virus is because it simulates user inputs. Any application that puts inputs on your keyboard or mouse for you is seen as malicious on Windows. Therefore, these are so-called false positives. If you don't feel safe downloading TGM macro, then don't download it. You can go watch other videos that'll tell you to download the same exact thing, because TGM macro is mainly used on dahood and around the dahood community. We can join the Discord so we can get the macro for TGM. So once we're in the Discord, we can scroll down. Once we find the channels called macros, we can scroll up towards the top. We'll see dahood macros. And then we'll scroll down just a little bit. And then we'll see TGM macro. So we can go ahead and download the macro here. Once installed, we can import this into the TGM. So file, load project, and then select the file we just downloaded. Here we can delete auto emote. We do not need this. So delete it. And then we can hit enable. This red box will turn green, and that's how we know it's on. We can go ahead and adjust the settings to our liking. Press this button. We can change the keybind here to either our mouse key or keyboard key. And then we can put toggle or hold. I like using hold. And then once we got our settings, we can just save and then make sure it's green like I said, and that's how we know it's on. We have a couple steps that are mandatory that we need done before we macro. So we can go to the settings, scroll down to stats, and make sure our strength is all the way grayed out. If this isn't grayed out, your macro will be really terrible, or it just won't work at all. So we can go to hood fitness here. And then we want to keep buying and eating this lettuce over and over. Do this for a couple minutes, and then you want to reset your character. Then we reset our character. Now that we're spawned in, we can go back to the settings, go to stats, and then we'll see a change in our stats. If we still need more, we can go back and do the same thing again. We can go back to the settings and make sure we turn on low GFX. So we can turn that on, go to our settings on Roblox, and make sure we have our frame rate as high as it can go. And we want to turn down the graphics quality down to 2 bars. We can also check our FPS and make sure we're averaging over 100 FPS for a smooth and fast macro. So in order to macro with the new update, we need to go to the dahood store and we need to get the animation pack. If you already own this, then you don't need to worry about anything. But if you don't, then you need to buy this animation pack. So now that we're in dahood, we can go to animations on the left. And what we're looking for is greet. So there's a little bit of a timing thing. As soon as our hand touches our head, we want to pull out an item and put it away. So you'll see me do it here. Greet. Item out, item away, and then now we can hold the right click to steer left and right like this and hold S, so we're holding 2 of these at the same time, zoom in and press our macro button. So we want to remain holding S and right click, and then we can just press our macro button. I'll show you guys again, make sure you're not in shift lock. You do not want to do this in shift lock. So greet, item out, item away, hold the right click so we can steer left and right while macroing. And then we can hold S. So we're holding 2 keys, zoom in, and press our macro button. The macro button is what basically sends us forward. Even though we're walking backwards, it's sending us forward. So with the macro button, you can tap and feather this to control the speed. So let's say you want to slow down, you can let go of the macro button for a second. Also, if you pick up items, it'll break your macro like I just do here. I picked up a lockpick and now I can't macro, so I need to redo the animation. And we can just macro again like that. Same goes with pulling out items like guns or knives. See, I pulled out a knife and I can't macro, so I need to redo the greet. Just like that. And we can do it again. So whatever you pick up or whenever you pull out an item, you need to redo the animation. Also, sitting down does not break the macro anymore like it used to, so you can literally just get straight back to macroing after you sit down. There's no need to do the greet and pull out an item and put it away. Unlike the others, if you pull out a gun or pick up a lockpick or anything around the map, you need to redo the animation, greet, pull out an item, put it away, and then you can macro again. The key to having a good and fast, smooth macro is to pull over 100 FPS while macroing. As you see in the top left, I'm pulling 240 while macroing. A lot of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Make sure you guys are subscribing and liking every single video. Also, if you guys are looking for any skins, dahood skins to buy, or if you want to cash out your dahood skins, you guys can go in the server that I made you guys join earlier and make a ticket. We've got a lot of items in stock, and with October being here, Headless is now out. So if you guys are looking to buy Headless, you guys can buy Robux in my Discord server. Anyways, that'll end it for this video. Hope everything works, and make sure you guys leave a comment if it worked.